So the truth is, YouTube is getting more crowded every single day, and it's getting harder and harder to stand out. However, on the other hand, there are countless examples of channels that are 3 months, 6 months old, 12 months old that are blowing up. So what's the difference? Well, I've been on this platform for over 10 years now, and I've been coaching leaders on how to grow their YouTube channels for over 5, and I've noticed that there's 2 huge mistakes, really 2 things that a lot of beginning YouTubers haven't really remedied yet, and it keeps them stuck. So in this video, we're gonna be breaking down those 2 mistakes and how to fix them coming up. Hey, what's up? Sean Cannell here, Rhymes with Channel, and this is Think Media, bringing you the best tips and tools for building your influence with online video. And in this video, I wanna actually share a clip from a recent podcast interview I did with Ricky Ray Butler and Daryl Eves over on the Creative Disruption podcast, all about how to stand out on YouTube as a beginner. I talk about the 2 big things you need to define in order to really get traction so you can start getting more views and more subscribers. So let's cut over to the clip and then I will see you right after the training.
Is there certain things that creators need to succeed? Like what would be that? What's that secret, that YouTube secret, since that's your book title?
Yeah, no, I like it. I think that what creators need to succeed is they really need to understand their who and they need to understand their what. Now, I speak the most to probably channels that are going to be kind of practical. Like it's harder for me to help a musician, even potentially a vlogger, because when you really step into entertainment, like what do you need to succeed? You need to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Like your music needs to be good. You need
that
to
value is the entertainment.
Yeah, you need to be actually funny, and people need to think you're funny. But what I think is cool, and what we get so excited,
and that's the case with gaming too. No, with gaming, people think you just have to be good at gaming. No,
you
have to be hilarious.
Personality, all of those things. And so when I think, though, I love the practicality of YouTube, where like we interviewed John Kohler, who actually has got a place here in Vegas in California, growing your greens. So it's a gardening, his whole garden's crazy. He's got compost piles and stuff. And he uses an old refurbished, like Canon Vixia RF 800. It costs $150. And he has a juicing company. So he hands it to like one of his employees or his team members, and he films them real time. He'll upload 60-minute videos off this camcorder, just following him through his garden. And he's getting thousands of views, over 500,000 subscribers. And he doesn't have, if you will, special skills. Now, of course, you do need a level of camera presence, but he's just super passionate, super knowledgeable, super clear on his value proposition, and then he just has done it relentlessly, and it has impacted people and built a tribe. So I think really, who is it you're trying to reach? If you try and reach everybody, you end up reaching nobody. Really knowing your who, but then also knowing what problem do you solve for them. And this applies for entertainment too. If you have an entertainment channel, you solve boredom. You solve a place for people to unwind when they get off work. When I get off work these days, I usually don't watch super strategic content. I'm watching, I'm bro army, 9-year-old army. I'm catching up on some Pew News or whatever it is. A lot of times because I just want to veg out and kind of relax. That's solving a problem. But I think there's a lot of opportunity for creators to really be clear on who's their core tribe, and then what is it they're delivering to them. If you do that, how you do it, that's what's so cool about YouTube.
Right.
We do it in all different shapes, all different ethnicities, sizes, ages. And we got Gray Matters by Dotto Tech, right? Mm-hmm. So he's kind of helping people with the same stuff I do, tips on affiliate marketing, but he's hitting it to a different demographic. So who is it that you help? He knows that it's those that are getting that gray hair in their legacy years that want to start figuring out these ways of making money online and making extra income. And then what problem does he solve? When you start seeing when those 2 things can be very different. That's why there's a lot of room for a lot of us. I was just on a podcast called Young Money or like something like that. And it was more like Gen Z and millennials talking about all this stuff. And I'm 35, so now I'm kind of in the middle. So I'm like, wow, I don't know what's happening. So it's interesting when your who can be this narrower demographic of people, and you really want to get clear on that who. And I think that all of us as creators, as we evolve, can get even continually, like to try to steer it back and get clearer on that who. And then I feel like the person who articulates the problem the best, and then of course solves the problem, that's what builds goodwill. If you can move somebody from here to here, like my whole house was cluttered and stressful, and I, decluttering channel And now my closet is organized, and I knew which Tupperware things to buy off Walmart.com or whatever it is. Now that person has built a bond with you. You just changed their life. You just impacted their home. You just impacted. So when you are solving problems, whether that's humor or whether that's practical and helping someone balance their checkbook or taxes, when you dial in those two things, man, it's not the production value I think that matters. We got to do that. You got to be able to see and hear you. It's not necessarily even whether you're super over the top, charismatic or whatever, but yes, you do need some sort of camera presence. But it's those raw basics that I think move the needle the most.
Yeah.
All right, so I hope that you got value out of that clip, and if you did, can you smash the like button and let me know in the comments below, who is it that you're trying to reach? Like, who is your target audience and what is the problem that you're solving for them? Tell me in the comments, because trust me, clarity on this information will be a game changer for you and your channel. If you don't have the right strategy, the right plan, and really the right positioning with your content, with your messaging, you will probably stay stuck and not grow. And I've learned that as soon as you dial these two things in, they're really gonna help you go further, faster. So let me know in the comments section. And if you actually want to speed up the growth of your YouTube channel and you haven't seen our free Think Media Masterclass, it's actually a 1-hour training where I go through step-by-step how to get more views and more subscribers tactically through ranking your videos. I also talk about how to make money here on YouTube, really if you're just starting out. So if you want to watch that free training, I'll link to it in the description below, or just go to thinkmasterclass.com and you can access that for free. Hey, appreciate you. Thanks for checking out this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.